Welcome back to Soda City Live. Summer camps are a great way for kids to build lifelong friendships and make lasting memories, but it's also a chance for them to serve others. Salkehatchie Summer Service has a couple opportunities many opportunities next year for youth in the Midlands, and their program is ongoing this summer for kids to participate in a camp where they help families to feel secure in their home. So joining me today is Reverend John Culp and Kathy Hart with Salkehatchie Summer Service. And welcome on the show. We are so happy to have you.
We're glad to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. And I was telling you guys, I was raised in the Methodist Church, and I know how big of a program this is. And it seems like the motto is helping families be secure in their homes. So could you explain to me a little bit what that means and what the camp is about?
Yes, more than just being secure, we're also trying to make sure that they're safe, that they're warm, and that they're dry. Because so much of what we do is repairing roofs and making sure that wheelchair ramps are making people accessible to their homes.
And you were telling me that this is different than Habitat for Humanity.
Absolutely, because this is their existing home. The beginning segment that you had about the lady from Hilton Head, that is something that we commonly see, especially in that area, because the developers do want to buy that land and develop it. And a lot of these folks, like her, they have lived there all of their lives. They know that area. And but we've been in that area. I don't know whether we've ever fixed her home, but we've fixed a lot of homes like that. That is a very typical Salkehatchie house that we would be.
So these camps go from Saturday to Saturday, right?
Most of them do, yes.
And so what do volunteers do in that time span?
Well, it's more than just fixing houses, and it's more than just youth. John started this program 45 years ago because, well, I should let you tell that story. John, why are we doing this?
Well, I think young people need to get dirty, and they love to get dirty.
Yes.
And young people need to learn skills. And we've had young people who've used the hammer for the first time, the saw. The girls love getting on the roofs. But the big thing is there's a lot of poverty in South Carolina. And the reason I started this program was because of the poverty in South Carolina. And it's education. You got to smell it, you got to taste it, you got to see it. And so many young people today are blessed with everything, and yet they have intelligence, and they find out that some people don't have what they have. And you take this bucket right here. This is a bucket that maybe an 80-year-old lady will use because she doesn't have any plumbing.
Right. Because
we got so many houses in South Carolina that has no plumbing. And we just go and let the young people, because when they go home, they're thankful they got a bed, they're thankful they got food, they're thankful they have a walk-in closet where they've seen some kids have nothing.
So what's the age range of volunteers that you're looking for next summer?
You have to be 14, but we also have people that are 91. So it's a combination, and I think that's one of my favorite parts about Salkehatchie is sort of combining young people with other adults that and they build these bonds that are just amazing and last.
The fascinating thing is we have adults. We've had doctors, cardiologists, we've had teachers, professors who have all the tools, but they live in a nice house, so they can't use their tools. So they bring the tools, and if we didn't have the adults to teach the 14-year-olds.
Right.
But some of these 14-year-olds have grown up and gone to Clemson and got a degree in construction engineering, and then they own their own company now. So it's a learning process.
A lot of full circle moments, I'm sure.
A lot of things have changed in the last 45 years, too. When we started this, there were no cell phones.
Right.
You know, so trying to even find homes, there was no GPS. And we were out in very rural areas across South Carolina. And I think that's another part of that I love is going to the small towns and the rural areas and seeing what's going on. And we also didn't have all the power tools that we now have. So the young people are also learning how to use nailers and just all kinds of power tools.
Great
saws.
life skills
Yes.
in many, many
Yes.
different ways. And go ahead.
I think one of the biggest things with youth today is we're competing for their time. And Salkehatchie is welcoming 14 years old, but we have to go against recreational leagues, and we have to go against everything. And I encourage grandparents to send their grandchildren to Salkehatchie.
Yes.
You know, the parents come. We've had whole families come to Salkehatchie, and because it changes their lives. We've had colleges that said that, you know, you have to write what was the most valuable experience in your life, and they write about Salkehatchie, and it's a service project.
It is, and great bonding as well. Learning all around.
And we have something like a 70% returnee. The kids enjoy it so much.
Yes, well, thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to have all the information on our website on how to volunteer, how to donate, and who to get in contact with if you're interested. More Soda City Live after this. So